Hey y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity and welcome to a skincare routine video. I've gotten a couple of requests over the past few months to share what I use or like the steps that I do in my skincare. So I want to sit down and go over them today. I don't want to focus so much in this video on the products, though I will mention what I'm currently using, but I want to make sure you guys understand that these are products that I am rotating, and often I try something new as soon as the product is done. I review a lot of products on here. There are a couple products that are repurchases or that I've, purchased a couple more times, or ones that I don't stray from, like my eye makeup remover. I always go back to it. But for the most part, a lot of these products, I'm constantly changing and trying new products. So I don't want you to focus too much on the specific product that I'm using. I will share little reviews and my experience on the products just to give you guys some information on, the products that I have currently in my skincare routine. But it's more focused, this video I want to be more focused on the steps that I do each day in the morning and at night, because a lot of these products I'm almost down, like I'm nearly at the end of it, and then I'm going to change it up and I'll grab something new. So I don't want you to think these are like my go-to, these are the products that I've been using for a year or something like that. These are products that I've just been using as long as there's product in it, so maybe a couple months or whatever. I did think it was really timely to go ahead and do this video now, because I'm actually going to be adding a couple new products and steps to my routine just to see what it does for my skin over the next couple months in the year and whatnot. But the routine I'm going to show you is the one I've been doing for probably the past 2 or 3 years. Like, these steps, no matter if the products change or not, these are the steps I do every day and every night. So I figured I would share it with you guys here today, because I hope it is helpful and informative to you guys if you're wanting to know what I use on my skin. Yeah, that is what we're going to be doing today. Really long introduction, so sorry about that, but let's go ahead and jump into my skincare routine for the evening. Okay, so I'm going to start with at night, because at night is where I really go in depth with all the different steps to my skincare. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish steps to my skincare at night, mainly because at night my kids are asleep. I have the time. At night, I'm just going to be going to sleep. I'm not going to be putting any more products on top of my skin, so I feel like I can really layer on and pamper my skin at night. And then in the morning, I literally have 3 products that I throw on my face. Every now and then, I might do a 4th, but 3 products that I put on my face before going out the door and starting the day and whatnot. First step, I remove my makeup, and my absolute favorite thing to use is a cleansing balm. I talk about this all the time. If you watch my makeup empty videos, then you'll have seen many cleansing balms go through there. My absolute favorite is by Makeup, but actually right now I don't have a cleansing balm. I have an oil, and I think I've only used this twice at the time of filming this, and it's blowing my socks off a little bit. Like, I am so impressed with this Boscia Makeup Breakup Cool Cleansing Oil. This is just so thin. It's so just silky on your face, and it just rubs in really nice and easy, and it breaks down your makeup very quick. So this has been really impressing me. Again, only used it twice, so this is not a review. If you want to hear my in-depth thoughts on this, it'll be in a future beauty empties video, and I'll give you my thoughts then. But so far, I'm really liking this. But yeah, my recommendation and my preference when removing my makeup is to use either a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil. And then once that's on my face, I didn't say, but I put that on my face totally dry. Like, I don't wet my face or anything. I just go on with the cleansing balm or the cleansing oil, massage it all into my face until I can see like my foundation is gone, and then I kind of focus. When I know that it's ready to wash off is kind of when my eyeliner is gone, because that's usually the most stubborn aspect of my face to get clean. So once I see that that's gone, then I actually wet my hands and then massage my face a little bit more, letting the water kind of break up and help remove the cleansing oil, and then I rinse my face a couple times, and then I pull out my facial soap. Right now I'm using the Farmacy Clean Bee because I got it in my BoxyCharm, and I'm just using it up. It didn't blow my socks off. My favorite one, and I haven't repurchased it in forever, I think it's the L'Oreal, it's like Gentle Foaming Wash or something like that. I'll insert the picture here. I haven't repurchased it in a while because I've had so many face washes on, like, in my backup drawers that I've been needing to get through, but that is my absolute favorite. It foams just the perfect amount. It's so nice on the face. It leaves my face feeling so clean without stripping it. But anyway, any old face wash will do, and I put that on, rinse it off, dry my face off. Then the next step is to take an eye makeup remover. Now, depending on how good the oil or cleansing balm removes my makeup, sometimes I don't have to do this step. Like with the IT Cosmetics Bye Makeup, if I take enough time to make sure I am massaging it around my eyes, when I wash it all, like, there's little to no mascara or liner residue on my eyes. I'm always so amazed with that. But anyway, when I do have some residue on my lashes or on my lid, I take a little bit of eye makeup remover. And my absolute favorite one, and the one I always repurchase because I'm just stuck in a rut when it comes to my eye makeup remover. I don't know why. I don't like spending a ton of money on it, and I want to say this is like $5 retail, and I always get it either buy one, get one free, buy one, get one half off, something like that. So I just stock up on this, and I'm happy. I tried a couple cheaper ones like the Wet n Wild, but I wasn't super impressed with it, so I just went back to this. But anyway, I just use this, put it on a cotton pad, and do, usually I can take one cotton pad and do for both eyes, and it takes it off no problem. This is not the oil-free version. They have another one, I think it's like pinkish, it's oil-free. I don't use that, get the blue one, it works like a charm. So once all my makeup is off, I like to go on with some type of exfoliating toner. And at night, I like to use something a little bit more intense, more of a resurfacing type of exfoliating toner. Now keep in mind, I have very oily skin, so when it comes to exfoliating toners, you really need to figure out what works best with your skin. Maybe do a lot of Googling, maybe talk, I know Paula's Choice used to do where you could consult a skincare specialist to kind of figure out what your skin needs. Maybe do that if they're still doing it, but definitely figure out what your skin needs. I know I have very oily skin, so I use a more intense exfoliating toner at night, and I never see any issues like my skin being too dry or whatever. Right now I'm using the TULA Probiotic Skincare. It's a pro-glycolic 10% pH resurfacing gel, and I've heard some people say this is really intense. I can use it pretty much every night, and I don't see like my face getting too dry or anything. And keep in mind that I have been using exfoliating toners for years. 5 years, I think. It's been a while, so I definitely know that if you're new to exfoliating toners, it can be a little bit of a rough start, so you want to start slow. But yeah, there are definitely a bunch of different type of exfoliating toners, so definitely do your research and figure out which one will work for you and your skincare needs. But this is the one I'm using, and I do like the product, and I like that it has 10% glycolic acid, but I absolutely hate the dispenser, because when you actually go to squirt it, it squirts out like 60 miles an hour. It's like, and I'm just trying to get that on a cotton pad, and usually like when I squeeze it on a cotton pad, I try to like cup the cotton pad around it because it's going to hit it and ricochet, and I want to kind of try to catch it so it doesn't ricochet all over my bathroom. It can be a hot mess. I do not like the way this dispenses the product. So once this is done, I am going to be looking for something else because I just don't have time for that, and it annoys me too much. So I like the product, but I don't like the way this dispenses it. So if you know of another type of 10%-ish around there, glycolic acid, I think Pixie has one, the Glow Tonic has a 10% that I might try. But anyway, I just try to use a more intensive exfoliating toner at night. Then I follow up with azelaic acid. I do have a prescription one here, but I've run out of my refills, and I just bought one from The Ordinary to try because they have azelaic acid. This is 20%. I think The Ordinary's is only 10%, but I'm going to try it and see. I don't think my acne is that bad where I need something so intense, so I'm going to switch that, and if I start breaking out again, then I'll go back to my doctor and get another prescription and whatnot. But anyway, I follow up with that just basically around my cheeks and chin area because I feel like that's basically where I get the kind of hormonal breakouts. I get the breakouts every now and then. I'll get like clogged pores on my forehead, but for the most part, if I do weekly masks, that I don't get that. So yeah, I follow up with that. And then while that azelaic acid is setting into my face, I don't even think I said this helps with acne. I told you guys azelaic acid like you knew what it meant. But anyway, it helps you control or get rid of your acne. Anyway, while that's setting into my face, I go on with an eye cream. And right now I'm using the IT Cosmetics Confidence in an Eye Cream, Anti-Aging Armor Regenerating Concentrate for all skin types. They always have the longest names. I never know when it's ending. But anyway, they're Confidence in a Eye Cream. And I have just a little sample here. I've only been using it about a week. I don't feel like I'm crazy about it. I do like to go on with a thicker cream at night just because, like I said, I'm going to bed. I'm not putting any makeup on top of my skin. I don't care if it's super heavy. I'm gonna, clean my face the next morning and start again. So I do like how thick this is. But the last eye cream I had was from Algenist, and it was also really thick. But when you started to blend it in, you just could feel it like soaking into your skin and just settling in. Whereas this, I just feel like I'm putting a really heavy body lotion on my skin, and it never really feels like it fully soaks in, at least not by the time I leave the bathroom. So I'm not crazy about that. I wish it would soak in a bit more. It just feels like it's sitting on top of my skin, so I don't know how well it's doing. But this is what I'm using right now. As I said, the Algenist one, I'll link that one down below if you want, but that one I was really impressed with, and I liked how heavy it was. Not heavy, but like how thick and rich it was, but it still soaked into my skin. So then while the eye cream is settling in, I go on with my serum, and right now I'm using the Laneige Water Bank Essence for All Skin. It's more of an essence than a serum, but I'm just using this in my serum category or routine for right now. I haven't been super crazy about this. I definitely have tried serums in the past that I like more, but this is nice. It's okay. I'm going to finish using it, but I don't ever foresee myself repurchasing it. I know one of my favorite ones is from Peter Thomas Roth. I think it's called their Water Drench Serum. Again, I'll have it linked down below, but I used that one up and I really enjoyed that. It just soaked in so easily. It made my skin feel and look so plump afterwards, and that one just impressed me more so than this one does. But follow up with some kind of, for me, I use hyaluronic acid serums because I feel like those really give me a lot of nourishment to my skin and really help it plump and stay hydrated. But anyway, yeah. After the eye cream, I put on my serum and let that soak in. Then while that's soaking in, I kind of just take a break or I do a lash serum. And I have been trying a lash serum. I just finished one from Avon that I really didn't feel like did anything. We'll talk about that more in my beauty empties. But I have this one up next. I've been waiting a couple weeks just to give my lashes a break before I go on with this next one so I can see a difference. But this is from X Lash. It's their eyelash serum. It's supposed to help you grow your lashes, and I'm really curious to see how this does. So hopefully in a couple months you'll be able to see and hear my results on that one. But yeah, if I have an eyelash serum, I'll go ahead and put that on while my face serum is soaking in. So the next is just to round it out, I put on a moisturizer, and my absolute favorite right now is the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drenched Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. This is actually a repurchase. I was sent my original tub from the brand to try out. Absolutely loved it. Repurchased this from Ulta. I am so excited, and I actually just got contacted by the brand again to work with them. I think they're going to send me another one, and I'm just like so excited because these babies are not cheap. I really like this. Now again, I have very oily skin, but this, I love any type of gel consistency when it comes to my moisturizers, especially at night. It like feels and looks almost like a cream, but it is so lightweight. And you just put it on your skin and it feels like water on your skin, and it just soaks up so quickly, so effortlessly, yet my skin still feels really nourished, really plumped, really moisturized, honestly. And yeah, I've just been such a fan of this product. I really enjoyed this. I know that Neutrogena has a cheaper one that I have tried in previous years. I have not revisited it in probably 3 or 4 years, so it's been a while. It's on my list to like get back to and try again. Another one that I would recommend is the Murad Nutrient Charged Water Gel. This stuff is expensive. I got this in a freebie from Ulta, so I have been using it and really enjoying it, but maybe one day I'll buy the full size. I want to say it's like 60 or 80 bucks. It's pricey, but it is also really nice, just like the Peter Thomas Roth. It's hard to say which one I like more though, because I can only use this one for about a week, whereas this one I can use for a month or two and really see the effects. This one I feel like is a little more thicker. It's still very thin, so don't get wrong here. They're both the same type of consistency, but I feel like it's a bit more rich than the Peter Thomas Roth. Again, that's just by feeling it, and like I said, I don't know long-term results comparing these two, but overall, yeah, these would be two I recommend, or if you're on a budget, definitely check out the Neutrogena one. And then while that's settling in, oh, and I did not mention, when I put my serums and moisturizers on my face, I make sure to take it over my lips. I'll leave a video linked up here. It's my like most watched video here on YouTube, so it makes me really happy. But anyway, I shared a video over a year ago sharing how I kind of got rid of my chronically dry lips and I don't have to deal with that anymore. I used to get cold sores all the time because it would be so dry and I'd be picking at them and agitating them, and then I get a cold sore. It used to be rough, especially in the winter for me and my lips. But anyway, about a year ago when I was doing my skincare, I would make sure when I was putting my serums and moisturizers on, I would take it across my lips and let that soak in as well. And it's totally changed the game when it comes to me and my lips. They are so much better. They still get dry-ish in the winter, but not anywhere near as bad as it did before. And honestly, it's just kind of like if I'm getting lazy with my skincare or lazy with drinking water, that kind of thing, then they'll get a bit dry. But for the most part, it's no comparison to how it used to be. And definitely in the summer, I have absolutely no problems with dry lips, and I can literally wear a liquid lipstick every day. No problem. Ask your dermatologist or your doctor and see what they think, and definitely be aware of the like ingredients in your serums and moisturizers. If they're heavily fragranced, maybe don't put that over your lips and that kind of thing. But for me, all the products that I've ever used, all the serums and moisturizers I've been using over the past year that I put over my lips, I've had no issues with. And I've had only good results, so that's all I can speak to. But anyway, I was saying, once I do the moisturizers and I let that soak in and make sure it soaks into my lips, I follow up with a really heavy lip balm. And right now I've been using the Clarins Hydra Essential Moisture Replenishing Lip Balm. This is a really thick type of lip balm. I'm almost out of it. I got it as a freebie from Ulta, and I actually really like this. I'm gonna kind of look into how much it is and possibly repurchase. I did actually just purchase the famous Laneige sleeping one, so I'll be using that next. But this I've been very happy with. It's very thick. It kind of reminds me of the Bite Beauty one, but not quite so sticky. Like, it's very thick, and it will, you know, your hair will stick to it and stuff because it is thick, but it's not as it's not super sticky and annoying on my lips, if that makes any sense and if that helps you at all. But overall, I've been really enjoying this, and I just like putting something really thick and really heavy on my lips because I'm going to bed. I don't care if it gets on my pillows. I don't care, you know, if it's like thick on my lips. I'm just going to be sleeping. I don't have too many recommendations when it comes to lip balms except for this and the Fresh ones, but both I've been really happy with. And I had like a little sample size of the Bite Beauty one in the past, but those work really well. I've also used like lanolin or anything like really thick and can kind of keep all that moisture that you just put on your lips in. Is really good. So yeah, that is my nighttime skincare routine. Like I said, I get pretty extensive and like going through all the different steps at night because I have the time, and I just kind of treat myself. I put in my headphones and I turn on some YouTube and listen to it while I do all these steps. And then once a week I do try to, but honestly in the past probably 2 months, it hasn't been happening. But when I can remember, every week I like to use some type of mud mask because it really helps keep the clogged pores and the congestion from happening. And right now I feel like I'm not heavily, but I have some congestion on my forehead and then a good bit around my nose and whatnot. And I know it's from the fact that I haven't done a mask in, like I said, 2 or so months. So definitely if you're someone who deals with congestion or clogged pores, think about adding some type of mud mask to your routine because it's done wonders for me and my oily skin. Right now I've been really loving the Sky Organics Dead Sea Mud Mask, but there's also one on Amazon you can get that's just the powder. I'll put a picture here and I'll have it linked down below. I use that for like 8 years, I think. I used it for so long. I started using it as a teen. I want to say like 17, 16, whatever. I've been using it for a very long time and that works really well. You do have to add the water to it and mix it up. So if you don't mix it right, it can be really chunky and not attractive looking when you're applying these chunks of like dirt and mud, and when you're mixing it doesn't look exactly appealing, but it is the most intense mud mask I've ever tried. But for me, with having kids, I just was finding that I wasn't taking those steps to mix it together and then apply it and clean up and all that jazz. So I just kind of cut it short with this because this is already mixed. You know, it's not a powder, it's already ready to go. I just have to take that top off. I just have to open it and I scoop it out and apply it to my face. It's a lot quicker. But anyway, those two are my highest recommendations when it comes to clay or mud masks that you use on at least a weekly basis. Depending on your skin, you may be able to use it a little more or a little less. Okay, so now let's talk about my morning skincare routine. Like I said, it's super basic. All I do is take a cotton pad and I put some of this Pixie Glow Tonic on the cotton pad and wipe it over my face. To me, that's just kind of cleaning my face, getting everything, any residue from the night before, the skincare the night before, getting that off my face without actually washing my face. Because something I have noticed over the years for me and my skin, it's better for me not to wash it too much, because when you wash your face, you are stripping the natural oils from it. So for me, when I just kind of take a little bit of exfoliating toner, I feel like it's not quite as stripping. It's more of a balancing exfoliating. At least that's in my head. It's wet. It kind of, you know, refreshes my face and cleans it for me and my personal preferences in the morning before I go on with the products I'm going to apply for the day. Maybe that's not all scientifically accurate, but that's what I think in my head, and that's what I do instead of washing my face. Then I follow up with an eye cream, and I like to go with something a little more light since I am going to be applying makeup on. Right now I'm using the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream to brighten and depuff. I have a little sample size right here. I don't really have much of a review for this because eye cream is that thing that I feel like I notice differences after like a month or two. So I've only been using this about a week, but it's nice. It feels nice. It's very thin on my face. It soaks up pretty nicely. But my absolute favorite one is from Dermatologica. I think it's called the Stress Positive Lift or something. Picture here, link down below. I've gone through 2 tubes of those. I absolutely love it, and I feel like I can really see the results after a while. In the lines under my eyes, they aren't so as intense, and I don't have as many issues with settling with my makeup and stuff like that. So overall, I've seen a very big improvement with my under eyes when I use the Dermatologica. But this one's been working fine for now, and that's really the only recommendations I can give. I'm sorry I can't give anything cheaper. I've tried cheaper ones, or like not cheaper, but I've tried more affordable eye creams from the drugstore and nothing has really stood out to me yet. But if you have recommendations, let me know, because I would definitely like to save some money on the Dermatologica one because I think it's $60. It's expensive. And then last up, I just apply my day moisturizer, and I make sure that I apply SPF, either if it's mixed in with the moisturizer or if the moisturizer doesn't have an SPF. I have a product from Colleen Rothschild that is just an SPF that I'll add into it. I can leave that one linked down below. I have mentioned it before. I've done a review on my blog. I can leave that link down below, but I really do enjoy that for adding in if the moisturizer doesn't have SPF. But right now, my moisturizer does, and it's the Dermatologica Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 50. And I've really been enjoying this because something to note with SPF moisturizers is oftentimes I feel like they can pill and make your foundation not apply very nicely. And also a lot of SPF moisturizers leave my face feeling really greasy, leave my face looking really white. So if I'm wanting to apply it and not put on makeup, I hate touching my face and just like feeling greasy or being able to rub it and feel it peeling off of it, or look in the mirror and scare myself because I look like Casper or something like that. So I always have a hard time finding a moisturizer with SPF that I like, but this one has been really nice and I've really been enjoying it. I'm nearly done with it. I think it's like right up there and I do like it, but I am definitely going to be trying to find a more affordable option because Dermalogica is not cheap and I don't really have any drugstore recommendations to give you guys because all the ones I've tried from the drugstore, I don't like how they sit under my makeup. I don't like how they make my skin feel throughout the day if I don't wear makeup. So once again, leave me your recommendations down below, but I really like this one. Or I just get a moisturizer that doesn't have SPF and then use my Colleen Rothschild's SPF. I think hers is 35 and I'll mix those two together or apply one and then the other. But yeah, right now I've been using this as kind of a 2-in-1 with SPF and moisturizer and I've been really enjoying this. All right, so there you have it. That is my skincare routine, both day and night and weekly. I don't do too much when it comes to weekly. I don't do anything right now, but anyway, I just kind of keep it to the essential masks. I do kind of have fun at trying new things. Like right now, I'm trying the Wander Beauty peel off mask, but I'm not going to include that in here because it's not something I routinely do or I've been doing for years. Like I've been doing all these steps. Like I said, at least 2-3 years. I feel like this routine with all the different steps I've been doing since before Olivia was born and she's 3. So it's been a good long time. Like I said, products change up, but the steps and the order that I do the steps and all that stuff hasn't changed. So I hope you guys find this helpful in kind of figuring out what you need. Do keep in mind you don't have to start with all these steps if you don't think you need a serum, if you don't suffer from acne. It's definitely something you have to figure out and perfect for yourself, which I think makes skincare so hard and so hard to help someone on because each person is going to be unique in what they need. Some people splash water on their face in the morning, never do anything else with their skin, and it looks amazing. Like my husband. Skincare is definitely very subjective to the person and what your needs are going to be. It's going to be affected by the weather, the climate that you live in, what you do in your day, all that kind of stuff. But this is just what I do, what works for me, and I hope some information in here is helpful. And at the very least, maybe my product recommendations, as I've been mentioning products, is somewhat helpful to you guys. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. As always, I hope you guys found this helpful, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye, guys.